What's up everybody, Piss Ray Gun here with a brand new video. Now, if you've been paying attention to my channel, you'll know that I've got a soft spot for boating disasters, idiots, and boating disasters. I love boating disasters so much. I mean, you just got there's so much room in the ocean and people just keep fucking it up.
Whoa! Hold on, let me go around. Let me go around. What's that? You stupid.
But that brings us to the Halifax Explosion. You
stupid.
One of the largest non-nuclear man-made accidental explosions in history. This story, like all stories about the Halifax Explosion, takes place in the year of our Lord, December 6, 1917, in the humble town of Nova Scotia, Halifax, Canada. We have two boats, the SS Emo and the SS Mont Blanc. These two ships, the Emo was a Norwegian ship, originally owned by friends of the show, White Star Line. But to be fair, they did not own it when it crashed. The other ship, the Mont Blanc, and it was coming to pick up all sorts of bombs, like 200 tons of TNT, picric acid, gun cotton, highly flammable shit. And the other one, the Emo, was coming here to pick up some medicine and relief supplies for Belgium. So you got one crew filled with explosives, treating things carefully and trying to do their best. And then you got the SS Emo, who wanted so desperately to get back to Belgium with their medical relief supplies that they were willing to maybe drive a little bit faster than they should have. The Emo was an impatient bastard. It was supposed to leave on December 5th, but because they were terrible at loading their ship, it didn't get to leave until the morning of the 6th. So the Emo finally gets loaded up, gets the go-ahead, and it starts hauling dick, ripping shit, going fucking like Takumi Fujiwara down the small little area that is a little bit too small to be going as fast as they are. And other ships around them, they were pulling off to the side and saying, hey, these guys are kind of fucking idiots. So we're gonna pull over so we don't cause one of the largest man-made explosions of all time. Meanwhile, the Mont Blanc are friends with all the explosives on board. We're trying to get a security guard for their boat because they wanted him to stand in front of the explosion should anything happen, but they didn't get it because they realized one man does not have that much power. They were denied this request as they should have, and they did not have any security on the boat. Oh, they probably wanted security from pirates, actually. I'm a little bit retarded in the brain. So anyway, the Mont Blanc is a little bit later than the Emo given permission to leave and start heading on what they didn't know at the time was a direct collision course. Now pretty quickly, the Mont Blanc realized that the SS Emo was going to crash into them. They were on a collision course. They realized this quickly because the Mont Blanc is a ship transporting explosives, and so they had a crew that knew what they were doing. Now the Mont Blanc had the right-of-way in this situation, so the Emo should have pulled over. So the Mont Blanc did let off two whistles, which is both for get the fuck out of our way, and the Emo let off two short honks, which is both for I don't remember asking. So the captain was like, well, I guess we're getting hit because that's the move today, so we're gonna pull over, we're gonna let off a few more honks as if to say, hey guy, I really don't want to get hit, you don't want to hit us, but please do not hit us. And then the Emo let off a few short honks to say, please shut the hell up. The two ships collide at 8:45 a.m. going 1.2 miles per hour because neither could stop and only one of them really wanted to. The collision caused some sparks inside the Emo, which is fine because there's no explosives on that boat. But the two boats are pretty close, so everyone evacuated, which by that point, after everyone got out, the fire had spread over to the Mont Blanc, which if you'll remember from earlier in our story, is loaded to absolute hell with like 20,000 tons of TNT, 200 billion bombs, lightning charged creepers. I shouldn't be making so many jokes about this. A lot of people died. We're about to get into that. Just like my hands were making explosions of sound there, the SS Emo was solely responsible for the explosions of thousands of people's lives. Alright, time for some explosion facts about the Halifax Explosion. Here, wait. I can make this even more tasteless. Parents just don't understand the Halifax Explosion. Man, you may think your boombox is loud. Man, that new Will Smith record may have been good, but your boombox can't even create a shockwave that travels at 33,000 feet per second like the Halifax Explosion. This is so fucking tasteless and my battery's dying. We gotta just get through this. The explosion was 9,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Parts of the ship were found miles away, and the explosion was felt 129 miles away. The shockwave traveled around the Earth at 23 times the speed of sound. The smoke rose 11,800 feet in the air, which is about, so let's say, shack is about 7 feet tall. That's like a couple shacks. 400 acres were destroyed immediately. If we do the shack math on that, put the shack math right here. The ground beneath the explosion was so great that when it went off, all the water in the water zone in the water zone. Hello, anyone home? The explosion was so great you could actually see the bottom of the ocean. Or that's the river. You could see the bottom of it when it exploded, which is pretty sick. What wasn't so sick though was the 2,000 people who died. 1,600 of them immediately, 300 later. Which in retrospect makes this whole video maybe the most disrespectful thing I've ever done. 12,000 buildings in a 2-mile radius. Wait, is that fucking real? Okay, 12,000 buildings in a 2-mile radius were either severely damaged or just outright deleted. Anyone who survived was most likely blinded, except somehow the crews of both boats entirely survived except for like one guy who like drowned or something. I don't know. But it's pretty hard to understand just how big this explosion is with me saying numbers. You know, I get it. I'm a visual guy. I got eyes, I got glasses, I feel. Cut me and I bleed. Here's a video of the Tianjin explosion in China in 2015. That's pretty big. That explosion you just saw was 21 tons of TNT. The Halifax explosion, 2.1 kilotons of TNT. I can't even wrap my mind around how big the Halifax explosion was. The shack math is blowing my mind right now. Yeah, so I think that's gonna do it because I did not write out a conclusion for this video. Please have mercy on my soul.